Welcome back to marketing class. In today's class, we are going to discuss about marketing mix. That's a price mix. So, as I told you earlier, the among all the four P's, P price plays a very important role because other P's incurs cost for the organization, but the price is the only P which brings income to the or income or revenue to the organization. So since price is very sensitive thing, so sometimes too high prices can also reduce the sales of the product, and too low price also can create doubts in the minds of the customer, thereby the sales may get affected. So the price has to be fixed a right price. So price is the amount charged for a product or service. It can be defined as an economic value of a product, normally expressed in form of money. So it is one of the most important elements in the marketing mix. Fixing the price of the product is a tricky job. As I told you, you cannot, organization cannot either fix too high or either too low. They have to fix the price at a very competitive manner. Many factors like demand for a product, cost involved, consumers' ability to pay, prices charged by the competitors. As discussed, in fixing the price, there are several factors involved. One is the whether the product has got a high demand or low demand, that need to be taken into consideration. Then cost of producing that particular product, and then the capacity or ability of our target customer. Are they able and willing to pay the price for the product, our product, and also the prices charged by the competitors for similar products. And then also the last one is the government restrictions, okay, that we need to also take into consideration. So while fixing the price, so all these factors need to be considered by the marketer. In fact, pricing is a very crucial decision area as it has its effect on demand for the product and also on the profitability of the farmer. Okay, if you price very low due to competitors and various factors, then the low price can also leads to a reduction of profit, thereby the company will suffer also. That also need to taken into consideration. The price of product should be set in such a way that the buyers can pay and companies can earn adequate profit there. So two motives should be fulfilled, two objectives. One is that the when we fix the price, it should be able to afford by our customers as a one place, and also the company should not suffer. They should earn substantial profit. So these two factors are very important, should happen, okay, at the end of the day when we fix the price mix. In case of price sensitive customers on one hand and the prestige sensitive customers on the other hand, the pricing decision becomes vital in marketing. So pricing mix includes the decision regarding determining the manufacturing. It's a both variable and a fixed cost of the product. That's the first this thing factor. Then studying the principal policies and strategies of close competitors as a second one. So what is the strategy they are using to fix the price, our competitors? The terms of credit to be allowed to the customers. Certain products like they give on credit or like a higher purchase, like electrical items like HD TVs, refrigerators, sometimes even automobiles like car, motorbike, and all those things. So deciding on level on margin of profit. So how much percentage of profit we plan to have for our product. That is also one factor need to be considered. Identifying, analyzing the various relevant factors influencing the pricing decisions, like pricing policies, strategies in different stages of the product life cycle. Then what stage the product is undergoing, whether it's a growth or introduction or maturity or decline. So that also need to be considered while fixing the price. Then the underlying factors that determine the company's price decision can be categorized as internal factors and external factors. Other way to check is internal and factors. Now we see what are the internal factors. Internal factors includes company marketing objectives, marketing mix strategy, and cost. And external factors consist of market, environment, demand, and competition. So the earlier what we discussed is categorized into two factors: One is internal, that's inside the company. Other is a external, that's outside the company, which looks like which is like market environment, demand and competition. The procedures, the first step is set the pricing objectives. That's a price, sales, market share, competitive effects, etc. Then step two is to estimate the demand. That's a price elasticity of demand. The increase the demand, higher the prices. Less the demand, lower the prices. Like that's a simple economic. Third one is to determine the cost. We need to take into consideration fixed, variable cost and marginal analysis, etc. And fourth step is examine the pricing environment, that the economy, competition, government regulation, consumer trends, etc. And step five is choosing the price strategy, whether we are going to price based on the cost or demand or competition or customer needs or new product pricing. The last step is developing a prices tactics for individual products, or is going to be a multiple product or distribution based tactics, and discounting for channel members. How much discount we are going to give for our distributors, channel members. Here, based on that, there are few pricing strategies. One is a skimming pricing. So, skimming strategy is something like at the time of introduction, they have high prices uh, because this is done usually for the products which their company has spent a lot of money on R&D, that's research and development. So, in order to recover the money spent on the R&D, initially they charge very premium or high prices. Gradually, once they recovered, all the money, then they gradually reduces. And then penetration prices. This is to increase the market share. So when the introduction stage, they charge very low price. Once the targeted market share is gained, then they gradually increase. The classic example is Reliance mobile phones. When they introduce, they follow this strategy. Then demand pricing, also known as demand based pricing or customer based pricing. So this pricing method, consumer demand of the product, then they set the prices. High the demand, higher the prices. Low the demand, low the prices. That's a other type. Then psychological pricing. This is a very common pricing technique used for marketers. A minor difference in pricing is a huge difference for customers. Like you have seen Bata, they don't charge 200 rupees, they charge like 199. So the one rupees less may look like it's still in 100. So that's a psychological pricing. Then competitive pricing, also called strategic pricing. This is the method the users prices set by the competitors. So we keep that as a guideline. Based on that, we price our own product. Then cost plus pricing. When setting the cost plus pricing, the marketers takes the cost of raw materials and cost of productions and add them to the overhead cost of product or services. To this total, he may add a markup percentage, that's a margin profit, and this total sum is the cost price. That's based on the cost, they determine the price. Then discount pricing, a pricing strategy that offers products and services at a reduced price. Discount prices can come in the form of seasonal discount loyalties, that is during the festival seasons like New Year, Christmas, Deepavali. During this time, that kind of pricing is called discount pricing. Then geographic pricing, as the name suggests, depending upon the location, the prices may differ, because city or urban area, the price may little bit higher, or it's like countryside little bit lower. Price bundling, this strategy used when two or more product services are priced together as a package with the single prices. Like when you buy a paste, along with the paste you will get the brush also. So they might have a higher profit margin for the paste, maybe brush not much. So but together it is a, what is a good offer for the customer. So it is a win-win situation for both the what is that both the marketer and the customer. Then the last one is a marketing mix, place mix. Goods are produced to be sold to the consumers, to be made available to the consumers at the place where they can conveniently make purchases. So there is a chain of individuals and institutions like distributors, wholesalers, and retailers who constitute firms distribution network, also called a channel of distributions. A channel of distribution is a path traced in a direct or indirect transfer of ownership of a product as it moves from producer to consumers. So this is like from manufacturer it goes to the wholesaler, then retailer, something like that. So with every channel it goes, the prices usually goes up. So distribution channels can be defined as a set of interdependent marketing institutions participating in the marketing activities involved in the movement of goods or services from primary producers to ultimate customers. So these intermediaries who are called distributors or distributing channels takes a product from the producer to the consumers. So direct distribution means the producer themselves sell the product directly to the customer. Nowadays with the technology this happens, like many people, but initially started by Dell computer, they manufacture and then it goes online. So customer places an online order and then they produce and send to the customer. So that's a direct distribution. Indirect means there will be some one or two or more intermediaries there. So producer produces, after that it goes to the intermediaries, then it reaches the hands of the consumer or customer. Place mix, direct distribution channel. In this direct channel method, the manufacturer directly sell the goods to the customer. So what happens here? The profit which is taken by the intermediaries are avoided so that the customer is getting the benefit. So what happens, as I told you, Dell is a very classic example. Indirect means here the product or services is taken by the intermediaries and then it goes either one or two or three few channels, and then what happens, it goes to the hands of consumers. So every channel it passes, a few percentage of price goes up and up. So what happens, the customer may not get this thing. There are certain advantages also, maybe price may be little bit expensive, but the customer have the choice to go and physically see and I mean check the quality, try it, and then they can buy later. That's the only advantage of this one, but price usually is little bit higher than the one if you buy directly from the producer. So, channel management decision involves studying geographical concentration of the customers, then analyzing the type of distribution channels and channel members, selecting suitable channels of distributions. Because if the distributors are not, very professional, so what happens? The prices may go up, or the quality of the product may also, get spoiled. So, while choosing the producer, they have to choose a right, distributors. Physical distribution including transportation, communication, warehousing, inventory control, insurance, banking, etc. So developing and adapting logistic management for effective distributions of goods. That's very important for our marketers. Then the importance of distribution channels, persuading and influencing the prospective buyers to favor a certain product and in makers. So what happens? One of the important thing is that the distributors, who may be a retailer, they can make the customers to buy a particular brand. Okay, so they can keep that our product, say in a grocery shop or in a departmental store, they can keep our product in a prominent place, and they, when customer requests for a particular item, they may recommend our brand. So it is in their hand whether they can push our product. Even if they don't like, they can, avoid selling our product also. So the distribution channel can perform many functions like transportation, storage, selling, scale of operation, advertising better than the manufacturer. So they can also, help us to take our product through transportation, make it available at different places where the consumer will buy the product. So they can also make advertisement and increase the sales of the product. Large manufacturing companies can reduce their costs and time required to reach the products with the help of distribution channels. So these people helps, the distributors helps manufacturers, especially they who are like manufacturing in a large scale, to take the product and reach their customers. Participate actively in the creation and establishment of market for a new product, providing feedback information, offering credits to retailers and consumers. So what happened? So these distributors can also give the feedback of our product taken from our customers or consumers, and also the marketers can decide how much credit they can give for the product to the retailers and consumers. So this will help in order to, them to promote our product. So better our credit terms and conditions. So it is good for the marketers, the distributors, and they can really do good promotion for our products. The types of middlemen or intermediaries, it's a wholesalers. They are the people who buy in bulk from the producers and sell in small quantities to the retailers. These are wholesalers. Like you can see the hypermarket, like a Tesco, Carrefour, and these kind of people are like usually like wholesalers. Retailers, they are the people who buy in a small quantities from the wholesalers and sell to the ultimate customer. The small shops, they are like retailers. Agents, they are the middlemen who do not take any title to goods. They render all services required in marketing. They represent either the seller or buyer and receive commission for their work. These people don't sell to the consumers. They just take the product and sell to the other retailers or wholesalers. Brokers, like agents, brokers also represent either the buyer or the seller. They do not usually have physical control over the goods in which they deal. Example, share brokers, they get brokerage for their work, only just a commission. Then dealers, they are the business houses that resell the goods, they buy and resell. Distributors, they are the same as wholesalers. So these are the intermediaries, people. Some functions of middlemen. Middlemen are the furnishers of valuable informations to the producers about consumer behavior, the changes in the taste and the fashions. As mentioned in India, these people help in giving the feedback about the product and the taste of the consumers to the manufacturers, who can use this information to do the changes in the products or services. So middlemen allow the manufacturers to concentrate on production only and relieve them from botheration of marketing. So the other advantage is that these middlemen help us for the marketers to only focus on production, whereas the marketing aspect they will take, in charge, or they will take care of. The middlemen render financial help to the manufacturer. Some cases they may also, aid in the financial matters. They make available the goods according to the consumer needs, fashion, and tastes. As I told you, based on the feedback from the middleman, the marketers can change the features of the product or services depending upon the changing needs of the consumers and fashions, etc. So middlemen are an important link between the producers and consumers. Middlemen play a very important role in the business activities and to maintain a regular chain of supply of goods from the manufacturers to the ultimate consumers. Thus, the existence of middlemen is very essential. So, not every time that the direct channel is effective. So, if we have like indirect channel that's having a middleman, it helps us in a lot of way. Like they help us to focus only on the production aspect, whereas they take care of the marketing, and then they give the feedback of the customer changing preferences and trends and all those things, and then they help us to do the transportation and all those things. So in so many ways they are very helpful for the manufacturers. Then the last one is a promotion. If the product is manufactured keeping the consumer needs in mind, it is the right priced and made available at outlets convenient to them. But the consumer is not made aware about the price, features, availability, etc. Its marketing effort may not be successful. So what happens? A marketer is producing a product based on the needs and the wants of the consumer or taste and preferences, but and do the right pricing. But what is the meaning if it is not promoted? So promotion plays a very important role in the marketing mix. Promotion mix deals with those activities directed to increase the sales volume. So its main motto or aim is to increase the volume through market communication. So promotion mix involves all those effects directed to increases the sales of products on a continuous basis. It's not like one time, so it's an ongoing thing. So the one side they produce and they keep on doing the promotion to the right customer, so that the sales may increase. And this happens through like giving them incentives, discounts, etc., depending upon the buyer requirement and demand. Market promotion is concerned not only with the raising same volume, but it is also for a tool for establishing long-term relations with the parties involved, and is a matter of image, reputation, and goodwill for the company. So it's not just for the sale. It will help us to have rapport with the customers. Okay, through creating an image and a reputation and goodwill. Promotion is done through means of personal selling, advertising, publicity, and sales promotion to provide information to prospective consumers about the availability, characteristics, and uses of the product. So it not only helps in advertising and selling, but also it gives information about the product availability, its characteristics, and features. So it arouses potential consumers' interest in the product, compare it with the competitor's product, and make a choice. It helps us in, creating a trigger among the consumers. Just arousing them to buy our product among the competitors, choosing our product over the competitors. So the last one is the importance of retailing in today's context. Importance of retailing market cannot be denied for today's manufacturers. Retail stores play an important role in high-level exposures of business and widespread distribution of products. So retail plays an important in taking our product to the hands of the customer, where the customers usually take their decision to buy our product. Sales to ultimate customers of the products. In retail transaction, the goods and services are sold to the ultimate or final consumers. The product don't get resold after this transaction. Uh, reaches the ultimate user, who are the end users. Hence, at this point, manufacturer can interact with the consumers through retailer and know about their views. So, this retailer is a help us to take the feedback. Retailers is the place where which is convenient for the people to buy our product. That's the second point. And then the lifestyle of the people are shaped by the retailing. So, retailing is an integral part of modern society. People highly depend on the retail stores to lead a comfortable life, and then retail business contribute to the economy. So this group of retailers contributes to the GDP of the country or the economy, and then they also dominate the supply chain. Supply chain means that once a product is produced, it is taken from the producer to the consumer. That is called supply chain. So the retailers occupy the major part in the supply chain. So that's all for this unit. Hope you understand. Okay, thank you.